Good evening, it's Brian at Fitzpatrick's Garage, Dublin Road, Kildare. I want to show you this brand new Honda Civic. Brian's my name. If there's any information you'd like on this particular car, please do give me a call, 086 843 1945, or if you come to the garage in Kildare Town, just ask for Brian. The garage is located in Kildare Town, which is just off the M7 motorway, and we're about 45 minutes from Dublin. And we're just 2 minutes from the Kildare Village shopping outlet. For directions to the garage, or if you'd like to make an appointment, or for any information at all, don't hesitate to call me at any time, 086 843 1945, Brian. So anyway, let's have a look at this car. It is absolutely stunning looking. The car has some absolutely fantastic looking lines at the front, and I don't like using words like that, but this is a particularly good looking vehicle. While the lights are off, let's have a quick look a little bit closer. So up here we have our front fog light, which is actually an LED style, which is quite unusual as most fog lights are a halogen setup. The front of the car has these large air ducts to allow cold air to access the engine to keep it cool. One particularly interesting point down through here though is it's a flat section along what is predominantly a honeycomb kind of finish. Safety is paramount to the new Honda Civic, and it's got some really interesting safety features that relate to that panel on the front of the car. Civic has now got some very interesting safety features such as collision mitigation braking. It's also got lane departure warning, things like traffic sign recognition, and it also has a forward collision warning setup. It also has road departure mitigation. So again, there will be more videos to explain some of these features, but these are all standard safety features on the Honda Civic. Following on the theme of the front of the car, the rear bumper also gets some nice large vented areas. And again, it makes it look really chunky and sporty. As this is 1.5, it also gets a dual exit exhaust, which actually has a small little hum to increase sound and driving pleasure, and it looks really cool as well. The headlight structure on the new Civic is really nice looking, with these massive LED indicators. Running with these big LED indicators is the LED headlamp setup, and also LED fog light. And these side markers are very cool looking too. In this particular model as a GT pack, it also has headlight washers to run with the LED headlamps. This particular car also comes with nice extensions on the front bumper to make it more sporty and aggressive looking. Similar themed side skirts all the way down the side of the car. And rear bumper extensions to complement the sides and the front. The black wheels really complement the black sections around the bottom of the bumpers and the side, as well as the black sections around the windows as well. Civic, as in the previous model, will also have global closure. This means that basically using the key, we can open up functions such as in this case as a GT pack, the full glass roof, as well as the windows. Similarly, if we lock the car, glass roof closes and windows come up, which is very convenient. As is a GT pack with keyless entry, if we put our hand in here, we can hear it. The car is unlocked and then we can enter the car. And similarly again, we can walk away and lock the car, pressing this button without ever using the key, but as long as the key is on your person. This particular specification also comes with privacy glass on the side and also the rear windows as well. It's also got 2 spoilers to increase aerodynamics, and they also benefit the look of the car overall. These 17-inch wheels are standard on this particular GT pack, and as discussed before, they look really well with the other black touches all the way around the car. The boot in this car is class leading. I do apologise because the showroom is a little bit dimly lit, but more videos will come to show the space a little bit better. While we're back here, we can close the boot down using right or left hand, depending which is preferable. And this cover along the back is quite flexible. And what I mean by flexible is we can literally grab it, pull it across to the other side, like so, and then it retracts, or if we want, and we're left-handed, we can swap sides, so it retracts in the opposite fashion. It's only a small item, but it just goes to show how well thought out the car is. The space in the boot of this car is biggest in class. The car is also quite roomy in the rear. I'm 6 feet, so sitting in the back of this car, I still have tons of leg space. I've set the seat ahead at a comfortable distance from the dashboard for myself, and along here I still have plenty of space. And I've even reclined the front seat as well for comfort. The GT pack has an upgraded stereo system with tweeters built into the doors, as well as upgraded speakers down below. Like any other car you'd expect, rear electrics along through here and child locks up through here also. The taillights on the new Civic are really aggressive, and I love the shape. It looks like a C on either side of the car when you're behind it, and the other thing as well is they now have an LED license plate light, which gives that nice executive look. So far the car looks really striking, and all the features look like they're upgraded from the previous model, but there's still a ton of extras in the front of the car too. As this car has a keyless entry function, it's also got this stop-start function. I really like the way it lights up in a pulse kind of fashion before you go to start the car. Really smart. The start-up function on this car has got one of the coolest sequences I've seen in years in a car. So if we press the start button, basically we get fuel, temperature, and then this area in here which is a revolution counter. And this car's got a nice snort off it, so I'm just going to rev it. So the instrument panel is completely digital with your speed readouts up through here. Like most cars, you have steering wheel control for Bluetooth, for audio, cruise control that you'd expect through here, and lane change warning in through here as well. The other thing, however, though, is some of the features from the radio, which we'll have a look at in a sec, and other areas of the car actually come up in here in the GT pack in the centre. So it's very accessible for the driver. So if we have a look through here, what used to be a 9mm in the older model, which was maybe mounted higher up on the dash along here, tons of information is now displayed in a more convenient fashion for the driver. So if we press this button, it's going to toggle through various information that we want to display up in the centre. So things like next servicing, radio, mobile phone information, servicing, general overall. Say for example if we enter in and see how much fuel is there. So it's giving us current readout, how much fuel is left in the car. Or if we move on, we can go into things like speed limiter. Or if we move on again, this is really cool. It gives us performance of the turbocharger. Doors open. After that, navigation. So if you have navigation set in, it'll actually tell us in through here directions, trajectory, that kind of information. And after that then speed sign recognition and back to our speed warnings. The way the information is laid out to the driver, it allows you to keep your line of sight dead ahead, but the information is quite accessible underneath. And it's really cool looking. It's very rare that you see a digital dash like that in a car at the moment, especially in this class. Just to show you in the door cards in the rear, some customers have asked what are the materials that are used. So up high, we have this plastic section along here on this GT pack. It's also got brushed aluminium, and this down here is a nylon kind of material, which is down onto the armrest, more plastics, and then plastics in around the door section then as well. So hopefully that answers the query for anyone that's asked about that. Driver's door's got a similar kind of finish. On this car it's a left-hand drive, so that's why we're over here. But front and rear electrics for mirrors, centre locking in through here, and child locks for windows. Again, because safety is so paramount in this car, there's some controls that are very accessible to the driver, so things like front and rear parking sensors, lane change warning, collision mitigation, and also headlight washers as well as traction control. For the first time, Civic has an automatic parking brake. Engage, disengage. Simple as that.
Press the brake pedal to release the parking brake.
There's also a brake hold function. If you're not used to using an automatic parking brake, sometimes it can seem like something that people may fear. But with these modern parking brakes, they always have a brake hold function. So it means if you're stuck on a hill, you'll never roll backwards. In the automatic, that's very straightforward, but in the manual, it's got the same setup too. This particular GT pack also comes with a CVT gearbox, which is mated to paddle shift for up and down through gears, steering wheel mounted. The other cool thing in this spec, adaptive dampers. So you can change the suspension settings in all four corners, unlike the previous model which only had two. Econ function, which is basically going to govern how aggressive some of our functions are, like air conditioning, climate control, and cruise control as well. As technology is quite large on this particular car, it's also got wireless charging for mobile phone. As we move up through the dash, we get things like heated seats front, on passenger and driver side, climate control, so if we select this setting up through here, we get warm or cold depending which side we want, or we can use the dash. So touch and swipe along the dash, very very cool, air conditioning on or off, and various mode is where we want air to blow from. This car also maintains the Honda Connect that's been in the previous models of Civic, but it's a little bit more updated. It's nice and easy to use, touch and swipe, and if we go into navigation, it's got a nice big map, which is powered by Garmin, so it's a really really nice bright screen. If you'd like more specific details on the Honda Connect, I have a specific video on that, so just let me know and I can email that to you. This particular GT pack also comes with a full glass panoramic roof, and for the first time it actually opens. As expected, things like headlights are fully automated, and wipers are also fully automated as well. So this is the conclusion just of the brief video that we've done. Unfortunately, the car has literally just arrived, so I'm not expert on the car just yet, but I hope the information was useful, and I do apologise if any of the information wasn't as useful as some people had hoped. But this particular car in 1.5, which is 180 horsepower, with the CVT gearbox overall, is an absolutely brilliant package. It's such a stunning looking vehicle. Anyone that's seen the car today with us here at the garage has been really impressed. Even all the staff members have been bowled over by how cool it looks. More videos will follow on this particular car and all the different specs that the car is going to be available in. This is a car that I'm genuinely very, very excited about. It's a really, really stunning looking car, and I really don't think there's anything else like it on the market. So if the new Honda Civic's of interest to you, I'd love to talk to you. Brian is my name. If there's any information you want, please give me a call, 086 843 1945, or if you come to the garage in Kildare town, just ask for Brian. We're a main Honda dealer for service and sales, and also crash repairs. And the garage is here for almost 70 years, and is a family-run business. We can offer you trade-ins for your car, and we can also offer you finance at extremely competitive rates as we deal with all the major lenders. So no matter where you are in the country, don't hesitate to call, 086 843 1945. If one of these Civics is of interest, or any of the rest of the Honda range, I'd love to talk to you. Thanks for taking time to watch.